Okay, so today we're going to go over the HPT axis, and that's the hypothalamus, anterior pituitary, and the thyroid gland. And we're going to talk about how they control the thyroid hormone levels in the body. So the big picture is that this axis is to regulate metabolism using the thyroid hormones in a controlled way and not just dump hormones randomly, right? It works kind of like a thermostat. That's what I see when I look at the HPT axis. So step one obviously starts with the hypothalamus, right? And well, what's the hypothalamus going to do? Well, the hypothalamus is going to release TRH, right? And I'll talk about what that is right now. So TRH is thyrotropin releasing hormones, and releasing hormones don't act on the body directly. They act as a messenger to the pituitary, right? So obviously the next step is going to go to the pituitary, or the anterior pituitary. So anterior pituitary, or the P is for pituitary. And when the TRH travels to the anterior pituitary, it's going to respond by releasing its own thing called the thyroid stimulating hormone, or I'll shorten it to TSH, right? Well, the thyroid stimulating hormone, the name tells you exactly what it does. It's going to stimulate the thyroid. And the TSH is going to travel through the blood to the thyroid gland. And now the thyroid, right? So the thyroid. And now the thyroid finally releases the actual thyroid hormones, which are T3 and T4. So they're going to release its own things, T3 and T4. Well, what do the T3 and T4 actually do? Well, they're going to increase metabolic rate, increase oxygen consumption, and increase heat production, and generally speed up cellular activity. And that affects things like energy levels, weight, and temperature regulation. So when we talk about hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism in the next videos, you know the side effects of having less and more T3 and T4, right? So once T3 and T4 levels rise, they don't just stop going on forever, right? They feed back to the both hypothalamus and pituitary to decrease TRH and TSH. So this whole thing is a negative feedback loop, right? It's going to prevent hormone levels from overshooting and keep metabolism stable. So if thyroid levels are low, TRH and TSH will go up because the brain is trying to stimulate more production. So if the thyroid hormones are high, TRH and TSH will drop because the brain is trying to shut down the system, basically, right? And that's the whole idea of this specific axis. All right, thank you.